Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In our last video, we talked about the Washington State sales tax return filing, and today we are gonna talk on another topic. This is something different from the US taxation. Today we're gonna talk about the PST. So I'm gonna start a new series, and this time it's about the Canadian taxation, not the whole Canadian taxation for now. For now, I will just talk on the GST, HST, and PST for few of the provinces that are very essential for you to file when you are doing the sales in those provinces. So with that, today we are going to do a British Columbia PST tax return. It's a dummy data here, and we will file the April 2025 return here. But before we move to the filing, I would request all of you to do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest tax information. So here you can see this is my spreadsheet. It's a little bit different from that US taxation. You can see there are multiple sheets in one state in one sheet. So this is my summary. Here what I did is here that I have a Canadian currency and I have the USD currency as well for few of my returns. So therefore I have made a separate column for this. Now here on the bottom you can see I have the dollar rate. This is a exchange rate from USD to Canadian. So this is a rate that is the exchange rate, and then these are my sales basically, and it's coming from this sheet. This is my sales, overall sales. These sales include different currencies. There's a Canadian currency, there is the Australian currency, Brazil currency, Euro, GP, pound as well. And you can see these are all the exchange rates that I have used here to convert all of these into the Canadian currency. And this is the rate of USD to Canadian. Now if you can see here, this is my total US sales, and now I have multiplied this with this to get the sales in Canadian. So this is my summary sheet. Here you can see I have this account as well, 2036. This is my account used in my accounting software. This is basically a report of one of my client that I provide services to, file their GST, HST, and PST. And now here you can see this is my posting tab. This is what I this sheet is used to initiate and end my postings. And then this is my sales sheet. This is my Avatex. So we are using Avalara as our text engine currently, and it gives me a text. It calculates a text based on the invoice reported. So on my this report you can see I have the transaction ID, I have the document code, and if the end you can see that region is British Columbia because I'm filing PST for British Columbia. Then I have the amount, I have the taxable sales and GST. So as you know that in Canada the GST is 5% of the taxable sales, and the British Columbia PST is 7%. So makes a total of 12 percentage total tax. So if you see here, now there are some line items, there are some sales transactions, there are some invoices which have been charged the GST, but they are exempt in PST. There is no tax on British Columbia for those line items like these one. If you notice here, the tax here is GST, but there's no PST. Then there are some line items where both taxes have been charged, the GST and the PST as well. So if you see the percentage here, what you can do here is, so I'm going to click GST. This is my tax. The taxable sales is this. So you see it's a 5% tax. If I convert this to 5%, and then on the PST, if you see this, I want to click this, divide by, sorry, not divide by this, with by taxable sale. So it's a 7%. So I've told you that British Columbia PST at 7% and GST 5%. So this is my Avalara tax report. Then on this report, if you can see here, this is my GL liability report. Here you can see I have that data. Now this includes both PST and GST as well. So since I have to file separately, the GST will be filed by on the CRA website, well as the PST will be filed on the British Columbia separate website. So, and these includes both, this is my Canadian currency and this is my USD currency. So I need to separate it out, and what I did here is that I have made the the two separate table for the GST, and this is the report. The GST calculation has been made on this report, from this report. So this sheet is actually calculating the tax based on this report. So if you can see here, the data has been pulling out from this information, and same goes for the PST here. This is my PST. So from the total tax, if you see here, this is my total tax, $1,082, 182,464.73. From that, I have some GST, and then I have some PST for British Columbia. And on the last, you can see the payment tab. This is the payment tab. So now what I'm going to do is I need to file this return. It's a little bit complicated. You need to work on these templates to really understand the system and the tax systems, GST, HST tax system or PST tax system, how it works in Canada. So now here I'm on the website. You can see I'm on the website. I will file the April return. I will just use the dummy data just to give you a exposure. So here I will add the total sales for the period. So my total sales here, you can see here I have these total sales as my total sales. So what I will do is I will just pick this amount here, and then I will add the PST, the total tax collected, and then this. And sometimes, not even sometimes, every time when you enter the collected tax here, the system give you a discount of $198. Sometimes it gives you 198, and sometimes if your information, if your taxable amount or tax collected amount is less, then it gives you a less tax amount, less discount. So I'm getting a commission, or you can say a discount here of $198. And then it's asking me, do you only self-assess tax? So I will say no, and then I will just click submit. The return will be submitted. On the next page, it will ask me to populate the payment information, the bank account used to file this return, and then the return will be filed. So this is how you can file the British Columbia PST return. It's little bit difficult, little bit, complicated, but you can make it very easy if you go organized, and if you have a separate make a separate data for each of the items like I did here. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, to let me know. Any suggestions, to let me know in the comment box, so that our learning process could be continued. Thank you very much.